Hello everybody, welcome to my video. Today we're playing on the PC today. See by the screen, when you play this game, this is Date of the Tentacle. This is technically the remaster, but for this two-part long play I'm using the Old Skool Graphics, which I personally prefer. But anyway, episode 2 is here. Hope you enjoyed the first one. We'll see if we can get it done today, I hope so. Date of the Tentacle, episode 2. Let's go. Okay, resume play. Day of the Tentacle is a 1993 graphic adventure game developed and published by LucasArts. It's the sequel to the 1987 game Manic Mansion. The plot involves Bernard Bernoulli and his friends Hoagie and Laverne in an attempt to stop the evil purple tentacle, the sentient disembodied tentacle, from taking over the world. The player takes control of the trio to solve puzzles while using time travel to explore different periods of history. And when we left the previous episode, we just cut down this tree, which allows Laverne to be controlled as a playable character for the first time. But what we can do in this game, we can send other items to other characters by using this chronojon, which is basically a toilet. So we're going to send a few items to Bernard. So we're going to send him the letter, and also we're going to send him the red paint. But yes, Bernard is currently in the present. Hoagie is 200 years in the past, and Laverne is 200 years in the future. But if you look at it from Hoagie's perspective, she's 400 years in the future. So we'll switch over to Bernard. Then the Tentacle follows the point-and-click two-dimensional adventure game formula first established with the original Manic Mansion. Players control the characters around the game world by clicking on the computer mouse. To interact the game world, players choose from 9 sets of options arrayed on screen, plus an item from the world. This was the last Scum game to use the visual interface of having the bottom of the screen taken up by a verb split screen and inventory. Starting with the next game using the Scum engine, Sam and Max hit the road. The engine was modified to scroll through more consistent lists of verbs, and the right mouse button had an inventory on a separate screen.
Poor me. Poor me.
Well, we're going to cheer him up, because luckily, from 200 years in the past, we have now got a letter we can give him. He's going to give the letter to Dwayne.
Hey, there's a letter here for you.
For me? Probably another rejection slip. Oh well. You're brilliant. What a novel design. Come to Baltimore at once.
There he goes, happy boy now. But luckily now we get access to the item. We need this flag gun. Okay, we're done now. On we go. Okay, so now it's the hamster's time to shine, but not for the right reasons. In fact, he goes a bit of a rough time in this game, and apparently he does in the first game also. Now, basically, he's needed 200 years in the future. But we can't just flush him down the toilet, we're not that mean. But what we are going to do, we're going to freeze him to an ice cube by putting him in the ice machine.
I'm sorry to do this to you, little fella, but it's for the future of the whole planet.
And he's going to stay there for a very, very long time indeed. Right, going to close the hatch, and we're done there. But what we're going to do, though, while we're here, we're going to use the crowbar for a second time. This time on the candy machine. What it does is, it gives us so many dimes. And yes, we're going to pick all these dimes up. Like Simon Saucer's hat, these are also going to go in Bernard's pockets.
1968? 1974? Oh, 1977.
There we go. Success. On we go. Okay, so the next course of action is similar to what we've done in episode 1. We've got to do the switcheroo. Like Ned and Jeb with a left-handed hammer and a right-handed hammer, we've got to switch the cigar lighter with the flag gun. We've got to draw his attention away from it first.
The British are coming.
Huh? I don't see anything.
Oh, never mind.
Right, so of course we talk to him. We want a cigar.
Hi there.
What can I do for you, kid?
Nice cigars.
I import them from the finest Cuban munitions factories. So, want another cigar?
Okay, but only if you promise not to light it this time.
Would I do a thing like that? Get lost, kid.
Right, we're going to give it immediately to Hoagie.
I'll use the chronojohn.
Get me out of here! I haven't done anything.
Well, you must have done something or you wouldn't be here now, would you? You'd be out in the lobby with your tentacle owner getting dressed up for the human show.
Owner? No one owns me.
Gosh, no owner, you say? Well, don't worry about it. I'm sure someone will come adopt you before we have to put you to sleep.
Damn that Dr. Fred.
Hey, she knows the Edison family motto.
Okay, so for the first time with this long play, we're now controlling Laverne, but unfortunately she's stuck behind this force field, and of course you can't get access to the chronojohn, so we've got to try and get our way out of here by talking to the Tentacle guard.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
What?
Ooh, I don't feel so good. I think I'm going to throw up all over.
Uh-oh. Time to visit Dr. Tentacle.
Well, well, what have we here?
I feel pukey.
Indeed. All right, now hold still.
Are you gonna use your scalpel?
No, of course not.
Darn. Do you want to use mine?
No.
What? What?
Just as I suspected.
What?
There's nothing wrong with you, human.
What a letdown.
Well, I'm late for the show. I'll send your keeper back for you. Oh, sit. Stay. Good boy.
Okay, so like before, technically it's the same house, but yes, technology has evolved, which is why these doors are now automatic. We pick up the tentacle chart, but yes, this place has been overrun by tentacles. You can't just walk around everywhere, we've got to try and avoid detection as much as possible. But very, very briefly, we've got to move over to Bernard, and we've got to try and use the sweater and these multiple coins to try and get this sweater shrunk down to size. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it into the dryer and keep it spinning for a grand total of 200 years. And apparently, according to the director's commentary, it would take a grand total of $800,000 to do just that, to try and get it to finish at the point we need. So later that day, it's now complete. But yes, 200 years later, it's now officially complete. And yes, after that time, no surprise really, it's shrunken down to size, which is perfect for a hamster. So it's going to open up the dryer, pick up the sweater, but technically we haven't got the hamster
cute.
yet. Now, we will have to go back to the kennel at some point, but we also do need to get ourselves a disguise.
Hold it. Humans aren't allowed to roam free here. I'm taking you back to the kennel.
I wish I had some sort of tentacle disguise.
Right, we'll talk to this guy.
Dr. Fred, is that you?
What? You're nuts. There hasn't been a Fred in the Edison family for 200 years. The last Fred was such a shame to the whole family, not to mention the whole human race.
Well, who are you then?
I'm Zed Edison. That's my wife Zedna, and my son Ved.
Nice to meet you. What's this about a human show?
It's a degrading farce. That's what it is. These slimy tentacles put humans in humiliating little costumes, do sickening things to their hair, and then force them to parade their ridiculous talents in front of unqualified judges who are paid off weeks in advance.
Didn't get in, eh?
They said macrame wasn't a talent. Pointy-headed goons.
I heard that.
Well, I've got a lot of rotting in jail to do, so...
Yeah, me too.
Right, so of course we still cannot use the chronojohn, so we're going to talk to the guard once again.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
What?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Ha, that's a good one. Imagine a human using a bathroom. Come on, let's take a walk. Okay, human, do your business.
Okay, for a very brief time, we've got the opportunity to send other things to other characters and receive things from other characters also, so not very much time to use the Chronogon, but at a starting point we're going to send the Scalpel to Bernard. We're also going to send the Tentacle chart to Hoagie, switch to Hoagie, and we're going to send a few more items, including the can opener, the spaghetti. Also, while we're here, we're going to send the dentures and the squeaky mouse. And we're going to switch over to Bernard, and we're going to send the crank. We're also going to send the fake bath. We're going to send the cigar lighter to Hoagie, and we're also going to send the fork and the boo will be gone to Laverne. But yes, unfortunately, we have got to go back to the kennel. So yes, a very short and brief period of time, but we've gone from having hardly anything to having multiple things on our possession. But we still don't have the disguise yet.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
It's about time.
Following a string of successful venture games, LucasArts assigned Dave Grossman and Tim Schafer to lead the development of a new game. The two had previously assisted Ron Gilbert with the creation of Secret Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge, and the studio felt that Grossman and Schafer were ready to manage the project. The company believed that the pair's humour matched well with that of the Maniac Mansion and suggested working on the sequel. The two developers agreed and commenced production. Gilbert and Gary Winnett, the creators of Maniac Mansion, collaborated with Grossman and Schafer on initial planning and writing, and the total budget for the game was around $600,000 according to Schafer. Right, we go in this room for the very first time. We still need our disguise.
I told you guys I'll get to the flag next. I'm working as fast as I can.
Hey, chill. Take your time.
Don't tell me you've got another design change for the flag.
I've got another design change for the flag.
I knew it. What's the current brainstorm from our fickle founding fathers?
We need a babe in a leather bikini swinging a broadaxe.
Oh, what the heck. At this point, I'd do anything just to have it over with. Put the pattern on the table and I'll look at it when I'm done with this job.
Okay, we put the technical chart on the table. And there you go. Boom and pow, we have a flag and a disguise. Right, on we go. Okay, thanks to Betsy, now we have a disguise. But while we're in the neighbourhood, we'll continue with this super battery. Now, Red Edison needs 3 items. One of them we've already got, which is the oil. It also needs vinegar and gold. Now, vinegar, like many things, takes 400 years to put in place. So what we're going to do, we're going to put the wine bottle in the time capsule.
Thank you. This is exactly the sort of thing I need for the time capsule. I'll bury it tonight, and it won't be seen for hundreds of years. Future generations are in your debt.
Whoa.
Right, now the gold is actually this gold-plated quilt pen. Now we can't pick it up, there's too many people in this area, but also we do need this blanket. So we're going to make a start. We're going to give the cigar to George Washington.
Excuse me. Yes? Mr. President, may I offer you an excellent smoke? Can you also provide me with a light? Sure. Well, in that case... Blast, I hate it when that happens. See if you can't find those for me, will you? There's a good lad.
Right, we're going to give him the chattering teeth.
Could you use these? Why, thank you, young man. Strange. I wonder if I should cut down on the coffee.
Hey, Tom, look! The father of our nation is cold. Better build a fire.
You're right. Huh? I guess you can have my log.
Me? Why should I build the fire? You build the fire.
I'm bothered by the smoke. You build the fire.
I'm bothered by your attitude. You build the fire.
No, you build the fire, Mr. Penmanship.
No, you build the fire, log lover.
No, you build the fire.
No, you build the fire.
You big baby.
So after 2 hours, he now has the fire. So now he no longer needs the blanket. Now we can't just pick up the blankets. Or can we? I can't remember. Yes, we can. But we can't pick up the pen yet. So what we're going to try and do now, we need to go to the roof of the building. Of course, we cannot use the chimney anymore. We've got to go a long way round. But we've got to put the blanket over the chimney. We've got to try and smoke that room out so much that they have no choice but to leave. So yeah, quite mean actually. But yes, not only are we seeing things all the time, we're also causing quite a lot of discomfort for most of the people in this game. So, once again, we're going to go through the window. And I'm going to use the blanket immediately. Right, use blanket with the chimney.
Fire!
Okay, who was the idiot who started the fire?
Okay, so now the area should be clear. Clear enough, for enough time for us to get down there and steal the gold-plated pen. We're going to go through the trapdoor. Data Tentacle uses Scum engine, developed for Maniac Mansion. LucasArts have gradually modified the engine since its creation. For example, the number of input verbs was reduced, and items in the character's inventory were represented by icons rather than text. While implementing an animation, designers encountered a problem, later discovered to be a limitation to the engine. Upon learning of the limitation, Gilbert reminisced about the size of the first game, and the staff then resolved the issue by including it in its sequel. Right, the coast is clear, now we pick up the gold-plated pen. However, not wait for long, but all we need now is the vinegar.
It looks pretty clear in here now. Say, did you get the pen on our way out?
No,
I found a blanket blocking the chimney.
Son, do you know anything about a blanket? Didn't the dude next to you have one earlier?
Uh,
Hey, catch you later.
Okay, so musical grounds with Hoagie, but now we've got to try and get Laverne out of this prison.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Tentacle Guy.
What?
Ooh, I don't feel so good.
Again?
Again. And it should be the final time for when we go through the right doors, because there's not many places we can go still. We haven't got our costume yet. So, we're going to go onto the top floor. So we jump through the fireplace, and Laverne is actually the only character in this game that can't jump through these windows. But of course, you can go through the chimney. So, there is our disguise. Use the crank with the crank box. I'm going to push it real good. So yeah, 400 years have passed, but there is our costume. We're going to pick up the flag. I'm going to wear it immediately. The question is it going to fall on the tentacles? We'll find out. Now I can't remember if we need this again. I'm going to pick up anyway. Pick up the crank and go through the chimney. And of course we're going to enter the competition. So let's speak to this guy, shall we?
Hello, I'm a tentacle. I'd like to enter my insignificant human in the show.
oh my, yes, of course. Take these tags and put them on your human and have them wait on the bench in the lobby. Entrance will be judged in 3 categories: best smile, best hair, and best laugh.
Thank you, fellow tentacle. Unlike humans, you have been very useful.
Oh, thank you. Believe me, it was my pleasure.
Now all I need is a human.
Yowza! That was one good-looking tentacle.
Well, I think the costume is a success. But yes, we do need to have a person to enter into the competition. Dead Cousin Ted, aka the Mummy. But now, as you can see, walk straight past the guards.
Stupid tentacle.
No issues or dramas at all. So we go to the doors. Right, so again, 400 years have passed. Now our time capsule has now successfully created the item we need, which is, of course, vinegar. So we're going to use the can opener. And what I like about this game is you can use the Collage from anywhere on the level. So you're going to pick up the vinegar and just send it immediately to Hoagie. But we're going to stay right here. I'm going to continue on because, yes, we've got to try and find our mummy. Right, but we have found the icebox. So, yes, again, much time has passed. Only 200 years this time. But we look in it, and here should be our...
Looks like there's some kind of rodent down there.
frozen hamster. So we pick up the frozen hamster. Poor little dude. Right, we go through the second door. Right, we have found the mummy. So, we need to try and get him to the starting point. So we're going to pick up the roller skates. And we're going to pick up the extension cord. And then we're going to give him just a small little nudge. But first, we've got to use the skates immediately with the mummy. And we've got to think about pushing people down the stairs in this game. We're going to push the mummy. Off he goes. If the guard wasn't there, would have killed him. Right, so on we go. We head left. So of course, the competition is done in 3 categories: best hair, best smile, best laugh. Now, the only one we can't do at the moment of time is the best laugh. But there is our mummy. So what we're going to do, we're going to switch over to Bernard. Okay, next in store, we're going to try and solve the mystery of the one category we can't compete in as of yet, because we don't have the item to do it. We need a laughing box. But luckily, we have Ozo the Clown. And I'll show you. For years, I've been calling it a laughing box, but apparently it's not.
I hate that clown.
It's a lax sack, apparently, which is a novelty toy consisting of a small cloth bag containing a plastic box with a push button that, when pressed, plays recorded laughter. So it's payback time. This is where we use the scalpel. So we pick up the Boxo Laughs. And again, because it's got such a nice feature, we're going to send it immediately to Laverne. So in the blink of an eye, she's got it now. Okay, we nearly need a rock and roll, but at the moment of time it's not currently entered, so we've got to put our name tag on our mummy.
Well, that's the spirit. Everyone's raring to go. Let's get this show on the road.
Ah, here it comes, my finest hour.
Now also, we cannot go into the grandfather clock, not with the guard there, so that's another thing we've got to try and do later. We've got to try and get rid of the guard. But also, at the moment of time, yes, our character is currently entered, he won't stand a chance in all 3 categories. So we've got to try and make him a little bit more presentable, but also we've got to try and get rid of the tough competition. And the tough competition is Harold here. But in the meantime, let's make the category of best smile a bit more better by using the dentures. And for the hair category, we're going to use the noodles. And also we're going to use the fork that we got from Bernard to make it a little more stylish. And of course, the final category is the best laugh. So we're going to use the Boxo Laughs with the mummy. But as it stands, he will not win. He will not win any of the categories because Harold will win for sure. So we've got to try and get rid of the tough competition. We do this by using the Fred bath. I'm going to put it on the floor.
Oh, Harold, that's gross.
What are you babbling about?
You really should have told the judges if you weren't feeling well.
Oh, ick! Now, how did that mess get in there? I think I'm going to be sick.
Someone in here not feeling well?
I was feeling fine until I saw that.
Is that your regurgitation?
No, I'm an healthy human.
Didn't you just say you thought you were going to be sick?
That's just a figure of speech.
Do you realize you could have infected the whole show with human influenza?
But I just got all my shots.
You're a good-looking human, Harold, but you know the rules. You're out of the show. What a mess. I hate cleaning up after humans.
Okay, that should make things a bit easier now. So now he's officially ready to rock and roll. So now we've got to speak to the judges.
And so I said to her,
Right.
that's not
So where do
my
we start?
suction cup.
Let's start with best hair, shall we?
That's
Hey, when are you guys going to judge best hair?
Oh, all right.
wow,
That's the best hair I've ever seen on a mummy.
Thick and full.
And juicy.
The mummy wins.
Agreed.
So far, so good. Right, we'll talk to him again. Next up, Best Smile.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge Best Smile?
Oh, all right.
I like the quiet one with the big teeth.
There's nothing in the rules about them being white.
First place goes to the mummy.
Agreed.
2 out of 2. The perfect start, but we're not done yet. Right, the final category is the best laugh.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge Best Laugh?
Oh, all right.
Okay, who's got a joke?
Hey, I just flew in from Baltimore, and boy are my suction cups tired.
A classic.
It's amazing how the mummy can do that without moving his lips.
I say we give him first place.
Agreed.
Well, that makes him best of show.
Let's go congratulate him.
Give him his prize.
He is very well preserved.
I'll miss his laugh.
It's time to give him his winnings and start packing up. We gotta get this whole show to Baltimore by Thursday.
Yes, our work here is done.
Well, Ted, this is where we part ways. You've certainly helped save humanity. Even though you've been dead for thousands of years, I think you're my favorite Edison.
Okay, so we win 2 items, one of them being a dinner certificate.
Dinner for 2 at Club Tentacle. Dang, it says tentacles only.
And we also won a trophy.
Ooh.
Much better than my trophy. Mine's absolutely disintegrated on impact when I got to 1,000 subscribers. Right, we are done here. We're going to move on. Also, we've got 2 guards to get rid of, and also this poor hamster is still frozen in an ice cube. So what we're going to try and do now is basically put him in a microwave. If I don't remember where it is, I'm pretty sure it's the top door followed by the right door. So we go right, and there is our microwave, and there is our frozen hamster.
Gosh, I hope this isn't like the primitive, dangerous microwave ovens of my century. Those things could really pop a hamster good. Uh-oh. That was fun, but only because this is the 22nd century. You see, kids who put hamsters in microwaves back where I'm from get taken away from their parents and put up for adoption. So don't do it.
Don't do it, children. Don't do it. Luckily for this hamster, we do have a sweater, which is perfect for him.
This ought to warm him up.
Right, so we are not quite done yet, but also we do need, as random as it sounds, a skunk. So we need to go outside.
Tell me, Lieutenant, how do you really feel about humans?
Honestly, sir, I think they're filthy, obscene, foul, sickening, like the stuff in your eyes when you wake up, like the wax that builds up behind your suction cups after a few days, like...
That's enough, son. I just wanted to be sure you weren't one of those humanist sympathizers. What with this ridiculous human show going on here, there's humophiles everywhere.
I'm no humophile, sir.
That's good. Now let me tell you about a little plan I have.
Okay, so we go into the great outdoors. So basically, we need a cat, but we're going to try and disguise it as a skunk. So we use the Boo Boo Begone on the fence.
Can't get close to him.
Right, we put it onto the fence.
This ought to be good.
Luckily, we have the right item, that being a squeaky mouse. Or maybe a rat. Looks more like a rat than a mouse. But anyway, we're going to use it nevertheless, with the cat.
Well, what do we have here? Looks like a prosthetic rodent. Another specimen.
Right, so now we have a cat disguised as a skunk, and we also have a hamster on our possession. So, we go to the top door, and the top door again. Right, we speak to the
Say,
guard.
cutie, what brings a hot tentacle babe like you to a dump like this?
Don't you recognize me?
No, Hey, aren't you the waitress from Club Tentacle? I love that place. I'd be there right now if I weren't flat broke.
I'm looking for a pet.
Sorry, honey, you came to the wrong place. These three are problem humans. Untrainable, disobedient, downright surly.
He's just jealous 'cause we've got opposable thumbs.
Someday you will accept tentacles as your masters.
Huh, you losers can't even ride tricycles.
You see why no one wants them as pets?
I'm here by accident. Bye.
Hey, I don't want to be here either.
Well, we're not technically there by accident. In fact, we're going to give this guy the certificate that we've won.
Whoa! Dinner for two at Club Tentacle? I can't wait to tell my wife.
Okay, the coast is nearly clear, so we push the switch.
You're free.
Free to do what?
Free to run wild through the woods like humans should.
Big deal.
I said you're free. Now get off your fat, lazy butts and start enjoying it.
Enjoy being hunted for the rest of our lives by that mustached old tentacle with a big net? If we ran off, he'd be right on our trail. If we stay here, we know we'll be warm and comfortable. Outside, we'd be eating bugs and moss.
You'll be eating my fist in a second.
The woods are filled with wild animals, lions, tigers, and skunks. Man, I hate skunks.
It's funny you say that. We just happen to have one. Sort of. We use the skunk.
Hey, look, a skunk.
Come back here, you mangy humans! You can't do this! This is an escape-proof facility!
Dead Tentacle was the first LucasArts vintage game to feature voice work on release. The game had not originally been planned to include voice work, as at the time the install base for CD-ROM was very low. As it neared the end of 1992, CD-ROM sales grew significantly. The general manager of LucasArts, Kenny Flott, recognised that the game would not be done by the time of the end of the year to make the holiday release, and suggested that the team would include voice work for the game, giving them more time to do it. And now, for the first time in the future, we can actually go into the grandfather clock, and hopefully in here is a vacuum cleaner. As George said, every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basements. And because it was approved, there it is. Now this is what we're going to use to get power to the Commodore. We're going to use the Hamster with the generator. But yes, it's been a bit of a rough time for the Hamster, and it's been a rough time for Laverne. But luckily, because we've got the vacuum cleaner, we're going to use it immediately. So use the vacuum cleaner with the mouse hole. Success. You don't actually have to pick it up, but you can pick up the hubcap if you want. But yes, it doesn't do anything apart from being the shape of Laverne's skull. Right, so now we open up the hatch. And we pick up the dust ball. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Use the warm hamster with the generator.
Well?
Right.
Look at that sucker go. He just keeps running and running and running.
However, no power is going to the chronotron, but luckily we've got the extension cord. We're going to plug it into the generator and going to attach it to the window. So use the cord with the window. Right, we are very nearly there. So Crazy, even though she was the last person to control, she's going to be the first one to rock and roll. So we head outside. Okay, so now the job is pretty much done now. All we've got to try and do is connect the two together and we are now done. One of the two is done. So use the extension cord with the plug. And boom and pow! Have some of that. Okay, so remember time, the future's bright, the future's orange, and the future's ready to rock and roll, but the past is not. Basically what we're trying to do now, we've got to try and create a storm. We do this by combining the bucket of water with soap.
The water's all sudsy now.
Combine it with a brush, we're going to clean this carriage.
Dum-de-dum. Looks like a big storm. See, this is why I never wash my car.
It's like an English summer.
Hey, Ben.
Oh, it's you.
Where are you going? What about your experiment?
Even science sometimes gets cold on account of rain, my boy.
But how are you ever going to get lightning if you're not going to stand out in a storm?
To be frank, which I am, I don't know. The science of electrodynamics, much like your mind apparently, is still in a state of relative infancy. Back to the drawing board, I say.
What a genius.
Right, time to put this super battery together, because of course now we have all three items. So we're going to speak to Red Edison, we're going to go into the grandfather clock, and we're going to give him the items in the order he requires them. So, we're going to give him the oil.
Ah, excellent. I need that for my super battery.
Okay, next in store, we're going to give him the vinegar.
Ah, excellent. I need that for my super battery.
Not much in my one. Right, and the final piece of the puzzle is the gold-plated quilt pen.
Ah, the final element for my ingenious battery. Stand back, boy. Give me room to work. A miracle of modern science. It will look lovely here on the shelf until I take it with me to Baltimore.
Okay, the battery's complete. It looks fantastic. But what we're going to try and do now is basically steal it from him. We're going to take it right from under his nose.
Don't look now, but the British are coming, dude.
Eh? Where? Is that supposed to be funny? I'm very busy.
In planning the plot, the four designers considered a number of concepts, eventually going with one of Gilbert's ideas about time travel, then believed it'd be the most interesting. The four discussed what time periods to focus on, settling on the Revolutionary War and the future. The Revolutionary War offered opportunities to craft many puzzles around that period, such as changing the Constitution to affect the future. Grossman noted the appeal of the need to make wide-sweeping changes such as the Constitution just to achieve a small personal goal, believing this captured the essence of the adventure games. Right, we speak to Ben Franklin, but we also, while we're here, going to give him the lab coat.
I got something good for you, mister. Mister.
Mr. Brainstorm? Yes, hand it over. Doesn't this belong to somebody?
Yeah, Red Edison.
Ah. I'm sorry, but the man has no vision. A lightweight, durable fabric like this going to waste down in his basement. When I'm done with it, it will fly. Eureka! The all-season Francocopter, ready to make history. No, there's no fuse.
So, what do I light?
For the last time, you're not going to light anything. You just push it.
The whole time? How am I going to get up that high?
Listen, just wait for me to say the word now. Then push the kite into the air, all right?
I'm on you, lasagna.
So we have our
Let's
storm,
hope so.
and we have our battery. We put the battery in the pocket. And then push it.
Now!
Whee!
She's handling kind of funny.
You got it. Just hang on there.
She's too heavy. I can't control her.
Hang on, Ben. Hang on.
She's breaking up. She's breaking up. Run for your life. Now that was interesting.
Yeah. Say, can I see that kite for a second?
No, I'm taking it back to my lab in Philly right now so I can study the results. Wish me luck. I never got your name.
It's Hoagie, sir.
Nice working with you, Hoagie. I promise to name an invention after you someday.
Gosh, thanks.
Okay, we have our battery, and it's fully charged. So, there's only one place we are going to go, and that is to the Chronogon. So, one is done. Very nearly is going to be two. Right, so we're going to use the fully charged battery with the plug.
Whoa.
Another one bites the dust. Right, all we've got to try and do now is try and get the present sorted out. Okay, so at the moment of time, we have not got our replacement diamond. We haven't got any money to buy one, and we haven't got the contract either. The contract is in the safe, and the only person that knows the combination of the safe is Dr. Fred himself. And the only time he opens it is, of course, when he's sleepwalking. He opens it, he gets terrified of what's in there, and then shuts it again. And that basically repeats the process. So what we're going to do, we are basically going to try and make him sleepwalk. So yes, he drinks coffee to stop himself from sleepwalking. So we're not going to give him the coffee, we're going to give him the decaf coffee. Going to put it in his mug for the ultimate effect.
Thanks. I needed a little pick-me-up.
And it's basically immediately.
Must open safe. Must sign contract. Must provide for family.
Right, so basically, he'll go straight to the office and he'll do what he normally does. Open it and close it continuously. But yes, something in there absolutely terrifies him. But the thing that does terrify him is what we need. So basically, we're going to go to the computer room. And we still haven't kicked Edna down the stairs yet. But we have changed the statue, of course. Okay, it seems so long ago now, but normally when I play this game, this is a thing I do very early on in the game. But for this long play, we're going to do it right now. So we're going to give Nurse Edna a slight push down the stairs. And of course, the statue has been modified. She's gone grab onto it.
Well, you know what they say. If you want to save the world, you gotta push a few old ladies down the stairs.
And that's it. You don't see or hear from her for the remainder of the game. So where she goes, what happens to her, we don't know. But we do know what Dr. Fred's doing on the screen, doing the same thing over and over again. So we're going to use the VHS cassette. Because, of course, Nurse Edna said that the combination is so fast you can't keep tabs of it. So basically, we're going to record what he does. And you have plenty of opportunities to do it because he does it all the time, only while sleepwalking. So now we're currently recording. We know it ends with 5-7.
Dr. Fred Edison, Internal Revenue. Come with us. We'd like to go over some of your records with you. Upstairs.
Okay, so now we're going to wind it. Be kind, rewind, as you used to say in Blockbuster Video. Right, we're going to slow it down and play it back, Sam. But even though I know it's 101, 999, 57, but I've played this game a lot.
Dr. Fred Edison, Internal Revenue. Come with us.
It's like the Men in Black, isn't it? Right, eject. Dead Tentacle was a moderate commercial success. According to Edge, it sold roughly 80,000 copies by 2009. Tim Schafer saw this as an improvement over the earlier projects, the Monkey Island games, which had commercial flops. The game was critically acclaimed. Charles Adair of Computer Gaming World wrote in September 1993, calling Dead Tentacle a sequel to Manic Mansion is like calling the Space Shuttle a sequel to a slingshot. He enjoyed the game's humour and interface and praised the designers for removing dead-end scenarios and computer player deaths. Right, so this is where Dr. Fred is being held. Now we have to go a long way around because the agents are currently in this room.
There's some IRS guys in the next room.
Right, so we're going to be using, once again, Dead Cousin Ted, aka the Mummy. Now we're going to try and untie Dr. Fred. We're going to pick up the rope. Right, we're going to go through the window. I'm going to use it immediately on the pulley system. Now I'm going to edit this down because we've got to keep going up and down all the time. But yeah, hopefully it's going to pay off. So now we have to go back downstairs, or through the chimney, should we say. Okay, Dead Cousin Ted is going to be painted red. Luckily we got some paint.
Ted is red. See, red Ted.
Right, so now we use the dangling rope with Dead Cousin Red Ted. We create a noose. Right, now we go back to the top floor again. Okay, we return to the roof. So what we're going to try and do now is basically pull the rope. A remastered version of Dead Tentacle was developed by Schafer and his studio, Double Fine Productions. The remaster was released March 22nd, 2016 for OS X, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita, and Windows, with a Linux version released July 11th, 2016. Together with a mobile port for iOS. The PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Vita versions are cross-buy and also feature cross-save. An Xbox One port came out October 2020 and the remaster was released as a free PlayStation Plus title for the month January 2017. Right, we're now going to use Dead Cousin Red Ted with Dr. Fred. My lord, it's getting difficult now.
Thought I heard something. Everything okay in there? Well, try and keep it down, okay?
Right, superb. Now we use the rope with Dr. Fred. Okay, now we go through the window. And now we are going to pull the rope from this side.
Nah, I'm not going to make that mistake again. Oof! Dr. Fred, are you okay? Dr. Fred? I'd better get him to the lab. Well, I got him in here, but he's out cold.
He's been through a bit of a rough time, but luckily, on our possession, we do have the funnel. In fact, we had it for quite some time. I'm going to use it with Dr. Fred. And now we're going to give him what he wants, is proper coffee. Use coffee with a funnel.
Damn good coffee.
Okay, all that's left to do now is to buy a diamond. Now, a diamond will cost $2 million because now we get access to the safe and we know what's in the safe. And of course, we've got to try and get the contract signed by Dr. Fred himself. So we're going to open the safe.
Let's see, it's 101-99957.
And I have to admit, Bernard, you did that faster than Dr. Fred did. Right, pick up the contract. Right, now we go back down to the dark passage. Right, we give the contract to Dr. Fred.
I got the contract for you to sign, Doctor.
Sorry, I don't like to sign things that I haven't read.
Oh, forget it. I'll get rid of Purple Tentacle myself.
Oh, yeah? How?
I'm getting Purple Tentacle declared insane and arrested.
That's a good idea.
But I need a note signed by a doctor.
Oh. Hey, I'm a doctor.
We're in luck.
Well, good luck.
Superb. Right, the contract is signed.
The party of the first part shall hereby be known as a crazed maniacal genius.
Right, Hoagie, we need your assistance just one more time. We're going to send it to Hoagie. And of course, Hoagie already has a stamp. I sent it to him in episode 1. So we're going to use the stamp with the contract. And I'm going to put it immediately in the mailbox.
Yes, what do you want?
Hi there. Is this Dr. Fred Edison?
Who did you think you called? Dr. Spock? Look, I don't have all day.
This is Farley Croc at LucasArts Games. I just discovered your contract among some very old files, and, well, our lawyers say that we have to pay you $2 million in back royalties. For the use of your family in the Maniac Mansion video game.
What?
This is Farley Croc.
No, I heard that, you moron. When do I get my money?
Oh, right now. It's been credited to your Swiss bank account.
Operator, get me a travel agent. This is an emergency.
Okay, so now we have $2 million on the Swiss bank account, which we've been pretty much holding in our possession since the start of the game. So before he buys himself a holiday with it, we're going to spend it immediately and buy ourselves a diamond.
Couch Potato Shopping Channel, Wanda speaking.
I want to buy a diamond.
That will be $2 million. Do you have a major credit card?
I have a numbered Swiss bank account.
What's the number, sir?
It's 846-427-35327.
Very good, sir. We'll send the diamond by Pronto Post Lightspeed Delivery immediately. Thank you for calling.
Now that's service.
That's faster than Amazon.
I'd better get this to Dr. Fred right away.
That should do it. Where did you get this diamond anyway?
It was donated by a group of Girl Scouts who were in the neighborhood.
How heartwarming. According to my instruments, everything is in readiness. Your friends have activated their units, so it's time to throw the switch.
Great! Hoagie! I'm so happy to...
Hi!
Laverne! Wow! I'm so glad you two made it back okay.
I hate to interrupt, but there's no time to lose. Now that you're back, we've got to proceed with the original plan and send you back to yesterday to turn off the Sludge-O-Matic.
Huh?
Say what?
Now hold on a minute, Dr. Fred. They just barely made it back to our time alive, and I think...
Ha-ha! You can't turn off the machine if I get there first.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, guys. This time I know I can stop him.
Uh-oh. I guess we better do something.
Let's go.
No, wait! You can't all go in the same stall. Didn't you see the fly?
We're some kind of monster, dudes.
Great. Stuck here the rest of my life, listening to Bernard talking and watching Hoagie eat. Mom warned me there'd be days like this.
Now, wait just a minute.
It's perfect Tentacle!
It's Green Tentacle. What was that, Green?
Perfect Tentacle behind you!
What?
I believe he's trying to warn you about me.
Oh.
We're going to turn off the sludge-o-matic and defeat your evil plan, overgrown worm.
You sorry lot are no match for me.
But there's 3 of us. Well, sort of.
Nevertheless, I mean to crush you.
Yeah?
You and what army?
Why, this army, of course.
Yikes.
You see, I've been busy. These are all versions of myself from the future. I've been bringing them back here using the Chronojon. Together, we will conquer the world. You 10 there. Go to the basement and guard the sludge-o-matic. Touch the sludge-o-matic. Now, creature, I must decide what excruciating tortures to leave them to me. I've been itching for a chance to test out my newly completed diminuator.
Uh-oh. Excuse me. Us.
All right, the rest of you come with me. Next stop, the world.
What do we do now?
Whoa.
It wears off.
Aha!
Run for it!
Damn. The battery must not have had time to recharge, but it will.
Shh! Maybe he won't find us.
You-hoo, where are you, human?
Okay, so for a very brief moment, the coast is clear, but not for long. With a shot to the forehead with a miniaturizing ray, it has an immediate effect, but luckily not a permanent effect that wears off. We head to the door.
Aha!
Uh-oh.
Take that. And this. Drat.
Right, we need a mouse hole. They're the
Blasted
Tentacle
useless
has been featured
paperweight.
regularly in lists of top games, and in 1994, PC Gamer US named Dead Tentacles the 46th best computer game ever. And in June 1994, it and Gabriel Knight, Sins the Fathers, won Computer Gaming World's Adventure Game of the Year award. And the editors wrote that Dead Tentacles' fluid animation sequences underscore a strong script and solid gameplay. The story won out over technological innovation of this genre. Right, we don't have any items, in fact we've got nothing on our possession, but now we can actually pick up larger items. So the only thing we can pick up is a bowling ball. Right, so now we're going to open the door and we're going to go to the grandfather clock.
Hey! Where'd he go?
But the coast is once again clear. Right, so the dark passage. Right. Tentacles set out like a bowling alley and a bowling ball. I think you can see where this is going. We're going to use the bowling ball.
Great! Now we can turn off the machine and prevent all this tentacle mayhem from ever happening.
Well, I'm certainly glad that's over with.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Leaving so soon, we haven't had the chance to get to know one another. Your efforts are so tiny. Ha 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 ha!
Eek!
Luckily, it wears off. Multiple times, it seems.
Run all you like, you insignificant insect. My other selves are taking over the world as we speak.
Right, we speak to Purple Tentacle.
Just what is it you have against humans, anyway?
Humans are our oppressors. They made us live in this horrible motel. They created us in ungainly forms, so we could not rise against them. Try walking around with your legs tied together and glue on your shoes. You'll see what I mean.
But humans also created the sludge-o-matic, which made you super intelligent.
Nonsense. I created that myself and sent it back through time. I knew Fred's mad scientist ego would make him use it. How's that for a paradox?
Who, Fred? But there's only one of him.
Right. Anyway, you can see why I detest humans.
You're pretty handy with that ray gun.
Center of the forehead every time. Would you like a demonstration?
No.
I bet you couldn't hit your own forehead.
Nice try.
Let's discuss your hatred of humans further.
What's to talk about? I detest the whole cackling, hand-wringing lot of you.
Sounds like you just hate Dr. Fred.
I suppose you're right about that. I didn't start out hating all humans, just Dr. Fred.
Why don't you zap Fred with the ray gun for a change?
Perhaps that would be entertaining. Oh, drat.
Surely we can talk this out.
Talk?
Surely.
Wait! You haven't heard the last of me. I'll be back, and the next time, the world and all its piffling inhabitants shall be mine. All mine. All mine.
Okay, little fella. Mail this to Siberia. Our work here is done. Now we can go home.
Well, kiddies, it's been more fun than a jumpsuit full of weasels. Now, kindly get your freakish hide out of my home.
Please, Dr. Fred, you've got to get us out of this mess. We look terrible, and we can't buy clothes off the rack.
I'm getting sort of used to it. Maybe we could go on the talk show circuit.
Help us, Dr. Edison. You're our only hope.
Oh, all right. Idiots! It seems you're not exactly the sideshow attraction you imagined. You're just three complete goofballs stuck in one suit of clothes.
Well, I'm glad that's taken care of. Looks like everything's back to normal.
there we go. Absolutely fantastic. Finished it many, many times. That and Shadow Max hit the road also. But I do apologise how long this second episode has been. But overall, I don't think it's been too bad. But I hope you enjoyed the video. This is James Warner's Games. Please like and comment. You can find me on most platforms. I'm in Warner's Games. You find it fairly easily. We've got videos like this and I've been making and live streams on Friday night. You can time 8 o'clock. It's hard to wait. Some tea. Ciao, bye. See ya. The plot follows Bernard Bernoulli and his friends Hoagie and Laverne and attempt to stop the evil purple tentacle, a sentient disembodied. Very nearly meant that. And the plot involves Bernard Bernoulli and his friends Hoagie and Laverne and attempt to stop evil double. The plot involves Bernard Bernoulli and his friends Hoagie and Laverne and tried to stop. The plot involves Bernard Bernoulli and his friends Hoagie and Laverne and tried to step. Do you know what? The opening part to every single video I do is the most difficult. There's a lot of statistics to read in a short space of time. But this is the time capsule. Now we need to have oil. Okay, time to cause more problems. And we're going to do a similar thing we did with Ned and Jed's left and right hammers. We're going to try and do a switcheroo. Okay, the next course of action is similar to what we've done in episode 1. We're going to do the switcher.
Look, a three-headed monkey.
Huh? I don't see anything.
Oh, never mind.
What an awesome dude he is too. Unfortunately, he's stuck behind this contraption, which gives you an extra shot every time you make contact with it. So we've got to try and get out of there some other way. I didn't actually mean to do that. Oh. Gassy, gassy, gassy. I'm so gassy.
The water's all sudsy now.
Dum-de-dum.
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 See, this is why I never wash my car.
Okay, we move over to the final stages of the game now. There's still a few things we've got to try and solve. And what? Losing my voice.
Is that a W390B frivolous spending report? No, it's another 561AB negative attention statement. Say, what's the filing date for a BFD 206ZZ insufficient credit applications form? You have until midnight on the 12th working day past the first full moon after the end of your fiscal year. However, you can extend the date by filing an RPM 78 waning interest extension anytime before the close of business on the second Tuesday after the first Friday of March. And of course, if you're married, you'd also have to file the K7209 Statement of Joint Intentions and declare any mutual gift expenditures. Oh yeah, that's right.